Okay, thank you for that. Okay, let's just quickly go to our notes and see what we can achieve from there. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
all
Yes,
right,
sir.
all right, thank you. So, what you're seeing here is what we call Gartner. Gartner is one of the best product or web portal we use during our solution evaluation. It's Gartner. So, solutions evaluation is in business analysis is a critical step where the proposed solution is analyzed and assessed to determine the feasibility, effectiveness, and alignment with the organizational goal and objective. It involves evaluating potential solutions based on various criteria to ensure that the selected solution meets the need of stakeholders and provide intended value. So this is what I've been trying to explain to you people with my Nsukka accent and language. Yeah. So we're trying to see how the solution we're going to select is going to meet the need of the stakeholders and provide intended value. If you go to the market and get the wrong solution, it's not going to meet this intended value. Market is so chaotic, extremely chaotic. If you don't plan yourself very well, you go to the market and you'll be confused. You want to buy a shoe and you go to Onitsha main market, or more. A confusion go full everywhere. Where is it? I forgot. Is it Bright Street? I've forgotten. I used to go there and buy shoe. You go there, you forget. You don't know, or electronics, or you must know exactly what you want before you start going to the market. You get confused. They will even confuse you and give you the, you come back, you start crying. So it happens like that in software. Software markets, it can be very confusing if you don't really know what you want. You see so many, they will tell you free. For free, so many of them will be, they even have free version, free forever. So there's a lot of tempting scenario that will lure you into buying the wrong one. And when you buy the wrong one, that's when you realize, I've made a big mistake. So that's why you have to be careful, and it requires experience and doing what you are supposed to do. Don't forget, no matter what, do solutions evaluation. Try to understand the one that matches their problem. That is the point we are trying to make here. And before do that, there are ways. We need to select solutions based on so many factors, so many criteria, and we must do that before we select a particular solution. So these are various aspects we need to follow. First, criteria, definition, and prioritization. You must define solution criteria based on the organization's objective. What's the main purpose, the main objective aim of this? Stakeholders' requirement, what is their need? Technical constraints, what are some of the technical challenges that you guys might have? Budget consideration, how much do you have? And other relevant factors. You must prioritize this in the order of importance. Is it that the budget is the most important to you guys, or is it the technical constraint, or is it the stakeholder requirement? Prioritize this to emphasize the most important aspect of the solution. Once you've done that, assess the alternatives. There are so many alternatives. Compare multiple solution alternatives, considering such factors as functionalities, cost, risk, timeline, scalability, flexibility, alignment to the business need. You want to buy phone, iPhone, Samsung, you must consider all these factors. Each alternative should be analyzed against the predefined criteria. To do this professionally, while analyzing, you must be analyzing with scores. You don't just analyze with your head. No, you must provide a way to score. Score each solution against the predefined criteria to qualify how well each alternative meets the criteria. This can be done through numerical scoring or quantitative or qualitative assessment based on expert judgment. Expert judgment, so you can say, okay, we are going to evaluate this, we are going to score them, we are going to rate all of them in a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the least and 10 being the highest. Or you can say we are rating in a scale of 1 to 5, 5-star rating. Whichever way, but you are going to use a scenario like that to make your work look professional. Then you need to apply what we call cost and benefit analysis. Yeah, this cost and benefit analysis is extremely important. We are going to treat cost and benefit as a full topic, and that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow evening. So analyze the costs associated with each solution, including implementation costs, maintenance costs, and any other relevant expenses. Evaluate potential benefits and expected return on investment to determine if the costs so what you are the viability of the solution. And we talk about the risk. What are the risks involved? Evaluate the risk associated with implementing each solution, considering factors such as technical risk, operational risk, compliance risk, and potential impact on stakeholders. Assess the likelihood of each of the risks and severity of the risk. So, likelihood, how likely is it going to happen? If it happens, how severe, how many people are going to be affected? For instance, you say internet going off. How many people are going to be affected? Of course, you know that. If internet goes off, the whole organization will shut down. So these are risks. You need to try to understand the risk. Stakeholder feedback and validation. try to gather feedback from stakeholders, including end users, executives, and subject matter experts regarding their preference, concern, and expectation related to each solution. Use this feedback to validate and refine your evaluation. And decision making, present the evaluation results to decision makers. You don't make decision, all you do is a recommendation, providing a clear comparison of the alternative and their alignment with defined criteria. Assist them in decision-making process by highlighting the strength and weakness of every of the solution you provided. Recommendation and documentation. When the recommendation is done, the most suitable solution will be selected based on the evaluation, including the rationale for the recommendation. So when you are recommending, you must make recommendation, and you cannot just recommend based on you think. You must have a clear rationale and supporting evidence why you should support these particular solutions. It's important. So you see, you cannot just go to the market to buy a solution. You can't just say because I like Microsoft, that all Microsoft products are good. Yes, we know that Microsoft is the king of the market when it comes to enterprise application, work-based application, but you must still have a rationale to support whatever you say about Microsoft. So this is it, step by step, on how to do that. And we've already discussed this. So if you come down here and looking at this table, this is how we put it in a table to make it more practical. You see, after your analysis, during the analysis, the main purpose is to justify that, yes, there is a problem. And during our analysis, is the one who are looking at the process map, we see that a lot of the processes needed automation. And for us to automate all those processes we highlighted in red colors, we need a system that will help us to automate it, like ERP system or CRM system. So I'm trying to select the solution to help us carry out the automation, either CRM or ERP, by creating a table. Once to select from different solutions. All these solutions, like here you see vendor A is called Microsoft. You see vendor B is called Soho, and vendor C is called Salesforce. There are three solutions. They provide CRM, ERP solutions. We want to choose one out of them. Then we see here, this is going to be a benchmark. We're going to weigh them against 5 points. And we'll say we're going to use our expert judgment. And we'll say, when we come to user-friendly, which one is more user-friendly? Using our expert judgment, we score Microsoft 4. Then using our expert judgment, we score Soho 4.2 and Salesforce 4.5. We come to scalability. Which one is more scalable? Then we'll give Microsoft 3.5, we'll give a Soho 4, and we'll give Salesforce 4.2. And that's how we continue to rate all of them. We'll come to pricing, we'll come to integration, we'll keep rating them. And at the end of the whole process, we're going to rate them under all these factors. And then we'll come down here, we'll sum up all of the totals. And with that, we'll find out the solution with the highest score. That is going to be the preference. So we've used this to rate every solution. Which one is pricier? Which one is integration friendly? Which one is customization friendly? Which one is mobile access friendly? Most so. Looking at the two factors we've already captured here, we see under Soho, if we just want to take want to make judgment based on the two factors, scalability and user friendliness, you see Salesforce is already scoring 4.7, and you see Soho is scoring not 8.7, and this one is scoring 8.2, and this one is scoring, Microsoft is scoring 7.5. So if we want to make a judgment, or if we want to make a recommendation to stakeholders based on the little evaluation we carried out, of course, we're going to recommend Salesforce to the organization. Our reason being that Salesforce is more scalable because it scores 4.2 while Microsoft is scoring 3.5 and Soho is scoring 4.4. And the users, based on our finding on the users, those who have used it, they say that Salesforce is better. And based on how many people we interviewed, whether we use a survey, they said that Salesforce is better by scoring 4.5, and followed by Soho has scored 4.2, and Microsoft scored the least. So if we have sent a survey for people to fill our survey to tell us what they feel about, you can see that even if we are using the data from the survey, Salesforce wins the race because of, it's more scalable and it's more user friendly. So if you want to carry out the evaluation, this is the kind of format you are going to use, and it's going to make your job very clean, very simple, easy to understand. This one do not require mathematics, whether you know mathematics or not. A very simple way of evaluation. Even the lawyers in our midst can do that. I know when lawyers, when they see figures or table, they run away. Is that true? Do we have lawyers here? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that is how it works. It works that way. So this is a template looking at here. It's a solution evaluation template. That's why I'm showing you. This is the template you're going to be using. If you have a better template, good. But this is the minimum. It's very easy for everybody to use. I don't like so much grammar because I don't know how to talk. So I like in a diagram or in a table. So, yeah, so that's in the table above, you can list your solutions evaluation criteria, assign weight to each criteria based on the importance, and then evaluate and score each vendor for every criteria. After scoring all the vendor, calculate the total score, make an informed decision on the CRM solution best suit your need. So now this is based on CRM. And this one we're going to talk about, ERP. We're going to use this as our case study, you know. So let's do a solution evaluation with this case study. So the company is called PayGo and is a startup company, a startup remittance company, and it requires an enterprise solution, enterprise resource planning solution, ERP, to streamline operation, enhance financial reporting, and ensure regulatory compliance. This evaluation compares Microsoft Dynamics 365 and another ERP called Sage X3 and another ERP called SAP S4 HANA Cloud. Based on core business need, scalability, and cost effectiveness. So we see here scalability and cost effectiveness is very important to us. So if you are looking for, you see cost is very important and scalability is very important to us. Why I particularize this for you to know that anything you do, try to understand their core business need. In this case, I've told you here, we are looking to select solution based on core business need. This is our core business need. That solution must be scalable. What is scalable? We are very small now. We are a startup companies with 20 employees. In next 5 years, or in next, let's say next 3 years, we might grow to become a company of 500 employees. When we grow to that level, we don't want to change our solution. This solution we are getting now should be able to be carrying us as we are growing. But once you just hit 100 or 50, you want to change because the capacity cannot carry the workload. So we want scalability, something that can last for us and at least something we can afford. We need economy ERP. Cost effectiveness is another important. So, business requirements. What do we want to use this? Our daily need. Financial management is one of our daily need. And that is a multi-currency support, transaction reconciliation, regulatory compliance. 2, business size and scalability, SME, and ability to scale with business growth, which I've just taken time to explain. Integration and capability, connectivity with payment processors, banking system, and compliance platforms. So, and then data security and compliance. whichever one we are getting must adhere to financial regulations. Example, GDPR and other data protection compliance regulations and guidelines. Then reporting and analytics. We must have a dashboard, real-time dashboard will give us insight of whatever is going on. So both fraud detection and others. So we've stated the business need here. This is a clear business need. We started from here, hammering. This is our business need. You come here, we still break it down. This is our business need. So if you are going to the market, you should be able to get something that is very close to our business need, not your own business need. And this is where we might want to go. There is a tool called Gartner. It's a website, it's a tool. It's number one for reviewing, an independent review of enterprise application. They review enterprise application without any kind of bias, and it's highly rated. You know, if you see this evening, if you read the OpenAI's one of their news today, they are very happy because Gartner has, captured them as the leader, as an emerging leader in AI industry. So they are very happy. So they don't look at any company's face, whether you're Microsoft, whether you're this or that. Their review is genuine, based on what people believe. So that makes the job easy for us. If you want to do an independent review, it's going to be very difficult. That's why we use a trusted consultant or portal like Gartner like this. So if you want to use Gartner, they have free where you can just simply go down and do your normal review. But if you want to get a premium services from them, you need to sign up. You need to pay for their services. If you see most of all these big consulting firms like KPMG, Deloitte, Pricewaterhouse, Ernst & Young, all these big consulting companies, they make use of something like this for the premium version or premium services of Gartner to do their work. So we'll soon go to see Gartner live. But after interacting with Gartner, playing around with Gartner for some time, we came up with something. And something like this, you see ERP solutions evaluation, comparison of key features. And we'll come here, we see we're going to rate them under 5-star rating. And if you talk about Microsoft's Dynamics 365, and we see based on business size, Microsoft is the best for our company because we are SME. Sage, high suitable for large business, so it does not suit us that much. SAP S/4HANA, very high enterprise grade and scalability. So you see here, The one that suits us most is Microsoft, because this is best. They see media is best for SMEs. If it's best for SMEs, it means it's better for us because we are within this category. We are not a large corporation. You see, SAGE is for large corporation, and SAP S for HANA is for large corporation. And we see cloud availability. You look at Microsoft, yes, hybrid, on-premise and on cloud, and we will for as well. And here, this is for it's limited cloud. Say limited, and we give it 3. And if we come here, SAP S4HANA is fully cloud-based application. Then we'll come down as well. You see under integration and payment system, we see Microsoft having a strong 5/5 rating, strong with Microsoft ecosystem. And when we come to Sage, when we are looking at integration with payment system, it's difficult. Let's say moderate. And Sage, when we come to integration with SAP, is pretty better than Sage. When we talk about multi-currency, Microsoft, all of them support multi-currency. Compliance security, Microsoft is better, followed by SAP. When we come to customization, Microsoft is better, followed by Sage. When it comes to user-friendliness, Microsoft. When we come to cost-effectiveness, Microsoft. And total score, you see Microsoft is scoring 4.3, and Sage scoring 3.4, and SAP is scoring 3.8. And that's it. We've done your solutions evaluation. You make recommendation. You say recommendation for PayGo. Best fit Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. Why? Because it suited our startup in remittance industry with cost-effective pricing, strong financial management capability, including multi-currency support, easy of integration with PayGo remittance platform, payment processor and banking APIs, scalable enough for early stage growth with an option of upgrade, strong security and compliance feature backed by Microsoft. So, you see, this is why you see clear reasons. It's not because I like it or it used to be the best now. No, we don't want that language. You must state the obvious reasons why you want your company, because this reason is going to be in archive. If anything happened tomorrow, then they will go and pull it out and say, this is the reason. We had a professional. It's a professional document. It's a professional that recommended this and we adopted it. So when you finish, like I said, you must always provide alternative. You don't just give them one. No, you must provide 2 to 3 alternatives for them to make a selection. For instance, if they after everything here, and you cannot still convince them. They still don't. They've made up their mind about Microsoft. They don't want it, and they can still fall back on SAP S/4HANA Cloud for growth. So that is it. You see, PayGo scaled into large remittance provider. SAP S/4HANA Cloud enterprise level and featured with building regulatory compliance and powerful integration. So you can equally select this if you fail to select this number one. And to come to your conclusion here, you see the reason. Conclusively, this is why you are going for Microsoft. But if you do not go for Microsoft, you can still use SAP S/4HANA. So these are the links. It's in the notes. Tomorrow you might want to go to Gartner. You don't want to start typing or searching. You can use the link. This, if you want to search for CRM, you want to search for ERP, this the link that will take us to Gartner. It's Gartner.com. And let's look at this from Gartner. This is Gartner here. All these things we are just saying. See, you see here we have, so let's say you come to Gartner and this is not here, and this is not here. Let's see, it's only Microsoft. Let's say it's only Microsoft. You select Microsoft and you want to make a comparison. This is Microsoft. For instance, you come to you want to compare ERPs. Select one and then start comparing it with others and start seeing what people are saying. You can first read about what people are saying. Most big companies, that's what Gartner do. Once you sign up for this, you start using any of these enterprise application, they'll be sending you survey form. Some of the survey form, they pay some money for you to fill their survey. They say big corporation, big organization, banks that are using it, they are gathering that to understand what top professionals are saying about this. So all these things, all this rating you are seeing is not a baby rating. It's actual global professional rating from top professionals around the world. You see, they've rated this 4.2 for now. As at now, this is the current data. This is the rating. It's not a screenshot. So, and this rating is based on evaluation and contracting as the customer experience, integration and deployment, and service and support, and product capability. So this is how they come about this rating. This is what people are saying. And so if you want, say, in-depth review insights, like I say, you need to sign up or sign in. For you to sign up, you need to pay. So that's it. You will need an in-depth, like so many peer recommendation recommending these products. So you can't see more than this. So, well, if you come down, you can see what people are saying, see rating. This is people's review. And if you look, you have up to 127 review of this, and likes and dislikes, like, dislike. You see what people are saying, and that's it. See, as we are scrolling, we'll continue to see all the reviews, but we are not here. We don't have time, so I'm going to compare this with others to see what others are saying and how they are compared within the market. So that's what we call comparative analysis. Most of the time, solutions evaluations, we use what we call comparative analysis. You know, like I say, in business analysis, there are so many analyses. Yesterday, we'll talk about root cause analysis, we'll talk about gap analysis, and today we are talking about comparative analysis. You see here, you click here, and we want to select as many as possible. Let's just select few. I'll select SAP is a big name. So because of that, I'll select SAP. And you see Oracle is another big name. You can select Oracle. Or I'll select one. Some I will use. I use Sage. You know, that's one of the first applications. One of them that I use early enough is Sage. Is an old product and it's very good. So let's say I want to select Sage here. So they are good ERPs. SAP is very good as well. So then this is SAP Business by Design. So if we want to, this SAP is for small and medium. So if we want to compare them, we might say we're not going to use this because this is a bit of a large corporation. So we say here, we're going to select SAP Business by Design. SAP Business by Design. And let this one go. So we selected two products to compare with Microsoft. And we click compare. You see, the three of them will stay side by side for us to see their comparative analysis. So we're looking at it. You see SAP Business by Design is scoring 4.1. We see Sage X3 scoring 4.2, and Microsoft Dynamics 365 is scoring 4.2 as well. And this is based on these reviews, overall rating. Let's go down and see how people break it down. The breakdown of how we come about all this. You see overall rating, complex corporate requirements, composable platform, and geographic coverage, process manufacturing, single vendor ERP, and you see, this is what we are not interested in this. So for me, if something I'm going to be looking at something like contracting. And if you're under contracting, this is 4.2, 4.2. Under contracting, we're talking about price flexibility because price is of importance to us. Price flexibility is one thing. Ability to understand need. This price is very important based on our budget. We don't have a very big budget. Our budget is tight. We'll need to look for. So integration and deployment. Under integration and deployment, Microsoft used to come first. You see here, they came second. So we come down again, you see service and support. You see Microsoft is coming 41, Sage is coming 4.2, and SAP is coming 4.1. And so you see, if you are not comfortable with any of the solutions you compared, you can remove it and add another one, and you start. That's how you compare them. While comparing them, try to understand where they are scoring this point. Don't come and make judgment. Don't make informed judgment based on this, because is this what we're looking for? We have to be specific. So for me, it's better to come down to areas like this: evaluation and contracting, integration and deployment, and the same thing here. So that's how we are going to use Gartner to do that. So it's not going to be so difficult for us if we know where we can always come and see the way it's already rated. So yeah, I think it's not a difficult thing. All we need to do is just review this website, what they say about it, and that's enough for now. So how many of us are going to struggle on how to use Gartner? If you do not understand how we are using Gartner to compare the products here in the market, what we're doing is evaluation and see which one we're going to buy. That's how we buy a solution. Once we are comfortable with one, we'll go make a recommendation based on our market finding. This is a big market. Based on our market finding, and then start begging them for them to give us money to go and buy it. So if they finally choose one of these, they will give us money, they will release approval. Once they approve our business case, it means that yes, they've approved Microsoft, or they've approved Sage, or they've approved SAP Business by Design. And once that's done, the next thing will be to celebrate and then go create a project charter. So you analyze this. After analyzing this, you go back to your template I've given to you, and you use it to carry out your own template. See this I'm doing here. You see, this is my report. You see the way it's looking. It's from the Gartner, information from the Gartner. it can be after analyzing, I see it's 4.5, 4.5 in Gartner. It's here, it's 4.5 star rating. That's where you can use it to come up and do your own analysis, and then have something beautiful to tender before your stakeholders. And you make reference to Gartner. According to Gartner, Gartner is number one. Even the whole AI is rejoicing because Gartner called their name. You can imagine how reputable Gartner is. Yeah. So is there any of us who are always going to struggle on how to conduct this simple solutions evaluation? It does not involve much calculation. So or are we gradually becoming business analysts? Is that what we're becoming? BAs. All right, that's very good.
Hopefully, sir.
Yeah, BA rules the world. So everything we're using, even this one we're using to have meeting now. Now BA them design all these things and then come up with all this solution. Yeah. So thank you, and hopefully we're already there. Don't need to say we'll get there. We're already there. So tomorrow we do cost benefit analysis. Once we finish cost benefit analysis, then the next thing will be business case, and they become a handful. So, and once that is done, we open up our portal. So I'll just be monitoring you guys on your project, and you'll be doing your project. You enter December, you enter Christmas. So we'll work hard so we finish our projects before we go for Christmas. So that if we're coming back, we're already graduating. So many of you who might not want to come back on this boot camp again. Yeah. By then you can go to, we'll try as much as we can to see if we can finish before the end of the year. That's the plan. So thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you and good night, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. Good
Thank
night, sir.
you.
Thank you, sir. Good night.